Hello everyone, my name is Charis Roukos and I got top 4 in Budapest Regional. I played Vanquish K9 and this is my deck profile. I would like to give some shoutouts before we begin the deck profile. First of all to Ignite TCG for having me on their channel. Then to all my friends, the Cavemen, for helping me out since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Next, my girlfriend for supporting me all the way through. And finally, to Julian Quejon and everyone in his Discord and MetaFi server, his team, for coaching me and preparing me for the regional. So, without further ado, let's get into the deck list. Uh, let's start with the main deck. The main deck is basically the same as the one that won the YCS Dortmund. And the reason behind that is that it's more Vanquish Soul centered, and I prefer that kind of playstyle than the more K9 heavy. So we start with 3 Raisin, pretty self-explanatory. It's the best card in the deck and the best normal summon in the deck. And next we have 3 Madlov. I was considering playing 2 Madlov and 2 Noroi, but it felt more bricky, so since I decided to go with a more Vanquish heavy deck, I stuck on 3 Madlov, 1 Holy Shoe and 2 Jiaolong. There was a concept with 3 Jiaolong, but since Raisin and Stake Your Soul got back at 3, I think that you don't need that many fires, so just 2 are enough, so you don't brick on them that much. Next is 2 Heavy Burger and 1 Caesar Values. The 2 Burger are mostly for the attributes and in order to dodge Imperms or Veilers going first. Next, it's Take Your Soul. No need to explain anything about that. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It's a starter and extender. It pretty much does everything. Then 1 Field Spell and 1 Trap. And this is it for the Vanquish portion of the deck. So let's go now into the K9 stuff. 3 Zuna, the best K9 card and hand trap right now in the meta. No need for so much for explanation on that. It can exceed on your opponent turn and makes an interruption. 1 Lupus, 1 Noroi and 1 Jokul. Like I said, I was started testing with 2 Noroi and 2 Madlov, but there were plenty of hands that I had too many normal summons, so I decided to cut 1 Noroi and keep another 3rd Madlov in it for the attributes and for as a better starter, since if Noroi is stopped with an Imperm or a hand trap, you basically pass if you don't have an extender, while with the Madlov, or I believe it's it's better to start with Madlov and at least add the field spell or bait an interruption if you already have the field spell or the trap card in hand. Then the 2 lanterns. The purpose of the second lantern is if you need to start with the Noroi, to start your line with Noroi, you can go into Saryuja and then search for your Vanquish Soul engine and make the transition. And finally, the 1 case for K9. And that's it pretty much for the K9. I don't main deck the quick play spell, since I don't want my hand to become very bricky in case I open both the quick play and the trap. So now we go into the non-engine. 3 Fugalos, a must-have in every deck. 3 Ash Blossom, same as Frualos. 3 Bell, mostly for the Dracotail matchup, especially if you lose the dice roll. Shifter for basically the same reason Dracotail and Yami, which you don't have a very good matchup against. And 2 Imperms. I was trying to fit in some other hand traps, but I actually couldn't find any good ones that meet the requirements of the deck, which means the attribute, fire, dark or earth. So I stuck with the 2 Imperms to respect the mirror match or the K9 matchups in general. And then the last 2 cards are Pot of Prosperity and Rota as extenders and a starter as well. That was it for the main deck, which was basically the same one, like I said, the one that won the YCS Dortmund. Now for the extra deck, for the Vanquish stuff, we have 2 link ones, no need for a third one. Too risky to play one. There were a lot of times that I actually needed the second one, so I think 2 is fine. The 1 Vanquish Roukos. This card never came up in the tournament, so right now I am considering replacing it, but still I haven't decided yet. I was thinking of not playing Rocks and play Arc Rebellion to have an OTK line and an out to Lunalight, but at the last moment I decided to stick with the Xyz to have some extra interruptions and a way to remove the link in case I didn't go into an SP. Unfortunately didn't came up, so I don't know if I will keep it in another deck list. If I will keep it in the deck. Next for the K9, 1 Reaper, 1 Jack, 1 Werewolf. Since the deck is not that K9 reliant, I decided to play one of it and not play the second Reaper. I didn't miss the second Reaper at all. Most of the times going first, I actually didn't even make Reaper, either because my opponent mulcharmed me or because I didn't want to lose, to transit, to go from the Vanquish portion of the deck to the K9. And it actually paid off well to not committing to the K9. The Werewolf is here from when I'm going first, I side deck the quick play, so that's why I have the Werewolf to go to raise my ceiling in case I see both engines going first. So that's it for the K9s. Then the NAS package. No need to explain a lot about this. It's an interruption for your opponent, and along with NAS Knight and CX's NAS Knight, I play the 101 package. Since the reason I'm not playing 104 is that I don't rely too much on K9, so I won't end up on Masquerade to have a monster effect negate. And I use it mostly going second or in turn 0 to attach one of my opponent monsters underneath NAS Knight, and then on my turn go to C101 and attach another one in order to start breaking my opponent's board. Next I played one Imperial Princess in order to have another way besides the Link 1 to revive Holy Shoe. And in case of either a mirror match to steal maybe a Holy Shoe or another level 5 K9, or if for some reason a level 5 is removed from my field, I can add Holy Shoe or Izuna or whatever I'm missing from my deck to my hand, or special summon it on my opponent's turn, so it actually came up a lot, and I wouldn't change that card. Next we have Zeus and Typhon. I think none of them really came up in this tournament. Most of the times that I was able to establish even half board, I didn't need any of this and I was able to win the match. But it's good to have them as options. And lastly, the two last cards are SP and Saryuja. SP as an interruption and Saryuja in order to dig for my Vanquish all cards in case I started with K9. Lastly, let's go to the side deck. 3 Purulia. Pretty self-explanatory. It's for the mirror match mostly, and maybe against Yami as well, some variations of Yami. 3 Retaliating Sea for the Dracotail matchup. 3 Nibiru, mostly for rogue decks or Malice. Actually, Nibiru never came up for me, and I think with the matchups I had, I didn't even side it in at any match, at any game. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. It was on theory it felt good, but it never came up. 2 draws for rogue decks, it was my only out to Lunalite actually, and for the mirror match. For going first, 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Talent, and the Quick Play. Like I said, the Quick Play is only for going first in order to raise my ceiling if I go uninterrupted or if I open both engines. And my last card is a 3rd Imperm. I tried to fit it in, but I didn't want to go over 40 cards. I like my deck to be exact 40. So I decided it's okay. I'm okay with 2 Imperms and then just siding in the last one for specific matchups. And that's it for my deck profile. Overall, this was a very nice experience. I had a lot of fun. I am really happy with how I performed and how the deck performed as well. I went 6-1, it was 7 rounds. My matches were against Branded, 3 Yami variants, 2 Dracotails and 1 Lunalite. And funnily enough, the only matchup I lost was against Dracotail, because I made a minor misplay and I couldn't find the fire attribute to push. So that cost me the game. But in general, it was an amazing experience, and I really hope I'll be able to top or even win another big event. So that was it. Again, a big thank you to Ignite TCG for having me on their channel, and I hope to see you all guys soon. Bye bye.